Okay, so how would I build a fishing charter business if I had to start all over completely from scratch? And I'm going to turn into the wind here for a minute, so hopefully it doesn't get too noisy on the mic. But if I had to start over from scratch, absolute zero, all of my clients got taken away from me, and I lost my lead list, and everything was gone. The first thing that I would do is I would establish an online presence. And I don't mean getting all complicated with Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. Which if that's your strategy, that's fine. But what I'm talking about is just getting a website set up and with optimized for SEO and a Google business profile, which Google business profile is super important. I get quite a few calls from that. So I'd do that. Once I did that, I would start reaching out to people. And you're like, well, who are you going to reach out to? You don't have any leads. I would just reach out to people who know me. So friends on Facebook, followers on stuff, basically any platform that allows you to send messages to people. Or just over the years, you've probably collected a lot of contacts, just in your phone. If you have 150 contacts, maybe you reach out to 100 of them or who could be interested. And the first thing that I would do is I would start running trips. I'd actually probably run a few trips for free. And you know what? I'm going to just go with the wind. It's too hard to steer. But I would run a few trips for free if you've actually never ran a trip before, because it would show you what you're actually getting into, and you're the one that's getting the better end of the deal, because people, they might not be paying you money, but they're paying time to go out with you. So just take them out fishing like strangers and just see, or don't do it for free, do it for $100 if you want to make a little something. But I'd do that a few times, and I'd just gradually start raising the price, and until you find your sweet spot, basically. But anyways, back to the outreach side of things. You just reach out to them, and if you're just starting, you could be like, hey, depending on how good they know you, just starting this fishing business. I just wanted to see if you'd be interested in being one of my beta clients, and I'd, take you out for a half day for $100 just to cover my expenses. If that sounds interesting to you, just reply back and I can give you some more info. And again, it depends on how well you know them and things, depending on what you'd want to say. But that's pretty much it. You just reach out and say those things. So once you don't have anyone else left to reach out to, you've probably booked a handful of trips already by now, then I would start doing some advertising. But it's not the advertising that you probably think. It's not paying for Google ads and stuff like that. It's just signs. It's the simple sign strategy. And I would put up signs, and whether it's yard signs or if you're putting them on poles or whatever, depending on where you're located at and what the laws are. So check your laws. But I'd put up signs. And then once I put out signs, probably 100 I would do, then I would probably do a giveaway. And that's a little bit more complex. It takes a little bit more time. But I'd run a giveaway, which I have other videos about how I do that. But I'd run a giveaway with the first prize free trip, second prize discount, and then where you run that where people get a discount. Super, super lethal way to book a bunch of trips fast. And then after that, I would pretty much focus on referrals. And this is one that I kind of slacked on, as I was so focused on just getting new clients. But once you start getting a handful of people going with you, referrals, them telling other people and then coming back, retention is super important, because ideally you don't want to always have to advertise and be on this hamster wheel. So focusing on referrals, word of mouth, retention after that. And if you need to, you can always bounce back to the start, do more outreach as you get more clients. And yeah, that's basically how I would restart it if I had to go back in time and start over again.